Hello. Hello and welcome back to the very uniquely named Unique Paladin and the Unique Items Only Paladin Challenge. Boy, what an intro. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a great, or at least as good as can be, start to a new week. Let me just... I'm just gonna see if this works. It does not work. Oh, it does work. Where is that window? Alright, I think I am ready to go. Recording. Though I'm not sure if this is gonna end up being anything other than a stream, actually. I'm so behind on editing already. What's up, everyone? Hello, hello. Good morning, good day, good evening. What awesome uniques await. Oh, I can only imagine. I mean, I'm gonna... We are kind of weak, so we're gonna spend a little bit of time farming Eldrich. Then we're gonna go to Nightmare as soon as possible and hit up Nightmare Andariel. I have such high expectations, not just hope. I have high expectations for Nightmare Andariel. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Lovely shirt. Oh, thank you. One of my personal favorites. Ever thought about a melee sork? Yes, I really want to do that, but not right now, not yet. But melee sork is a fun idea. Tjenare, tjenare. Fingers crossed for a belt. Yeah, that's right, oh, man. It's hard to complain because we have... I guess we can do a gear check. We're using the Hellforge hammer. A Blood Crescent on Switch. Haven't used that in a while. Of course, in one level I'll be able to use Soul Flay. And then in another 2 levels I'll be able to use the Chieftain. Big damage upgrades. But right now it is the Hellforge hammer. The Coif of Glory. Probably one of our weaker, or definitely the weakest gears we have. But it is still a piece of gear. Grey form, rarely seen armor, very low level, so it's quite rare, but very good. Look at those stats. And then of course, chance guards. Amazing find. I was so happy when we found these. And then a nagel, 20% nagel, but not just one nagel, 2 nagels. Beautiful, 29. And also 75 attack rating, 72 attack rating. I mean, I'm all about the magic find. I'm a greedy loot goblin. But I think that the attack rating from the nagel rings might be the best stat we're getting from our gear currently. Of course, magic find is super important to find more uniques and more uniques, of course. Magic find is the most important. But just, you know, stats for our actual character is probably, you know, the attack rating, even 25 on these. So we are like a hidden blessing with our greedy magic fight items are that they give a bunch of attack rating. And then I'm using Gorefoot for the mana steal. We do also have threads of Cathan. More run speed, but I prefer Gorefoot right now. Yeah, exactly. 2 nagel rings. What's up with that? Hopefully you'll find a nice amulet, yeah. An amulet, a shield, though, since our next 2 good weapons are 2-handed, a shield is not a priority. But I mean, as a paladin with holy shield and everything, you really want a shield at some point, I assume. But, so I'm very happy with the gear so far. I think this has been quite a lucky Paladin with what items have dropped. But of course, still no belt. That is painful. Yeah, exactly. Cold fire and... Oops, wrong window. Cold fire... I mean, the resistances are looking very solid for what it is. I mean, 40 on this one. 20 cold, 20 fire. 15 lightning. And I guess we have some charms as well. Yeah. Probably should do a little bit of cleanup on the charms. Like 1 to 5 lightning damage, 3 mana, large charm. 6 attack rating, large charm. This run and the assassin have been so blessed. Streamer luck confirmed. It definitely feels that way. Like I made the decision to not use magic find gear. Like the first time I did uniques only, I allowed myself to use pure magic find gear until I found a unique for that slot. I didn't do that this time, and I've been getting so lucky with loot. So I guess let's just start farming. Can keep chatting while we farm some experience.
I'm coming for you.
So we'll start by killing Shenk. Currently using a bit of an odd skill build. 5 points into Thorns. A decent level seal. We do have concentration as well. But I'm not so sure about that. If you're new to this challenge, the rules are up in the corner. What is not visible on the rules, but something I have done, is to put a soft ban on Holy Fire, because I want it to be more gear dependent. So if you're thinking, why is he not using Holy Fire? Wouldn't that be good? Yes, it would be good. But I thought it would be more interesting to do this gear dependent challenge without Holy Fire. So I'm thinking we should get at least 3 levels here. Or actually, maybe we don't even need to farm Eldrich. We can just maybe push on. Go for Baal and Andariel ASAP. Yellow circlet, hello. Let's do some players 3. Oh, it's already not working. Oh, maybe I wrote it incorrectly. Yeah, I wrote payers 3. Players 3, alright. This time it was on me, not the game. Wow, what a circlet. Speaking of the one-shot run, I guess that one was even better. Jewel of Carnage. You know, there could be... It's like an Ith rune, but better. My daughter made a character and ran all the way to the cold plains. First monster she ever slayed dropped a unique shield. Yeah, the game trying to recruit another Diablo 2 head. Nice. What a first. What a first encounter. Alright, so let's get at least 1 level so I can use the Soul Flay. And then decide how much I want to grind. Because my chance to hit is kind of low right now. And you know, the easiest way to increase that is to get more levels. Ooh, run, 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 run. I'm so surprised I didn't die there. So maybe players 3 is a little ambitious. But I will get a decent bonus, no, a decent damage upgrade now. So So the goal is to go to Andariel, Nightmare Andariel, as quickly as possible. But of course I want to farm her, so I can't be, you know, too weak.
Can I help you?
You might actually hit 3-digit damage. Whoa, whoa, let's not get too crazy. We might actually. Triple-digit damage. Unheard of. I'm just gonna sell these two. They do something for me, but I'm gonna sell that one as well. Complaining about not hitting my enemies and then selling a bunch of attack rating charms. Welcome to welcome to my channel. But I need space for loot. It's so annoying to be space stuck. What? To be over encumbered. To be whatever. Soulflay. Well, we did break triple-digit max damage. Oh, and maybe now that my weapon actually deals some physical damage, maybe concentration is nice. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Oh, it is slow though. It is very slow. Missed the start. Quick gear recap. If you go to the link in the pinned comment in either of the chats, you can find all my gear on Diablo, on the Diablo.run extension. Sorry. Holy crap, I'm attacking so slowly. It barely feels like I'm doing more damage actually. You know, damage DPS or whatever.
I can't carry it.
The DPS is better, are we sure? That's what I'm saying. Is it really better? But it looks cooler. And in one level we'll get another damage upgrade, though it's not a huge upgrade. Well, 1 to 40 lightning damage on top will probably push it over. Trying to get Jabari to come and join right away, so he casts Enchant on me. Doesn't seem too interested in doing that. Oh, here we go. Huh? To be perfectly honest, I was expecting a little better upgrading to this sword. But I guess a Claymore, is it? Yeah, Claymore isn't that fast of a weapon, even though the weapon itself has 10 increased attack speed. Like a baseline Claymore is kind of slow. Please tell me this is players 8. I wish. I wish. Hey Rabbit, welcome. Are we farming or finishing Act 5? We are farming until, at least until I can wear the chieftain. Then we'll see. Forgot I had conversion now, I should use that. More like clay, less emerald. Oh, I feel I regret laughing at that. But I did find it funny. The chieftain will carry thrust, alright. Lightning Mercenary might be better for static field in normal. I think you overestimate the Mercenary AI. Static field as a spell is great, but the Mercenary, trusting the Mercenary to walk close enough and cast the spell is a big ask. And also the enchant is really helping a lot, I think. The enchant from the fire mercenary, Jabari. So much loot. I guess I should sell it in case, you know, I guess we want to gamble again sooner or later. I wonder what the money situation looks like.
Good afternoon.
$35.80. Oh, we have some gold. Hey, last time he did a melee attack. First time I ever saw that in D2. Left a comment on the last stream about it. Oh, the mercenary, you mean? Yeah, it is quite rare, but I do remember seeing it before, in at least in the original Diablo 2. What do we need? Diamonds and emeralds to upgrade uniques, right? I think that's what you guys told me last time. No amethysts or anything. Just diamonds and emeralds. The Act 5 mercenary with battle cry would be an improvement. Interesting. I could see that. Battle cry would be nice, and once I reach 28 I will have enough strength for the chieftain. So then the soul play can go to a barb merc. Yeah, that might actually be better to like reduce their defense instead of buffing my attack rating further. This is so slow. So maybe I was a bit over-ambitious in thinking that we're just a quick farming session away from rushing Andariel. Nightmare Andariel. But once we get to Nightmare Andariel, I can see ourselves staying there for a while. So, what do you think about a respec to Vengeance and pump a lot of points into resist fire to increase the fire damage of Vengeance to make Vengeance deal as much fire damage as possible solely to farm Andariel? That could be pretty cool, right? Because Seal, while a good skill, will not target Andariel down. I'm thinking that maybe I can sort of snipe Andariel if I have Vengeance. Holy Fire is better, I think. You are right. But in the name of making the challenge harder, I am not allowing myself to use Holy Fire, Holy Freeze or Holy Shock. Though I didn't put that in the rules because I am aware that I might have to back down from that if it gets too hard. I would not recommend putting skills into resist skills.
Yes?
But it's 10 extra 10% extra fire damage per level. Don't respec just to farm a boss. Well, it's not just a boss. I think Nightmare Andariel could be our... maybe our most important target farm. Because since we're only using uniques, and we're not really... sorry. And we're not really killing trash mobs that quickly, I think we really need to rely on act bosses for our loot. I should use conversion more and earlier. Could drop Stone of Jordan, yeah, for sure. I'm making a promise: if Andariel drops Stone of Jordan, we will extend the challenge to Diablo clone instead of just Hell Baal. Have something to look forward to. At that point, mine might as well do Ubers. Ubers. Ooh, this hurts. That hurts. Stupid green power shield dropping on the wrong runs. Don't pick it. I'll sell it to Mala for 7,000 gold. Once you get a good shield, you swap to Smite, Seal, Holy Shield, Fanaticism. Yeah, I could see that. I said 7,000. I'm not even getting 4k. You scammer. +1 skills, great base blocking. It's a cruel world. Use a heads-up display mod to make it into gold. I don't see what you're saying. Alright, how much will our damage improve? 65 to 158. I mean, a lot of it is lightning damage, but at least in normal, monsters don't deal that much damage. And it looks kind of cool. Let's see if it's better. Oh, attacks a lot faster. It's so funny that fast attack speed and fast attack speed means so little in a vacuum in this game, because it's dependent on the character and on the... I don't even know what it depends on. Or maybe a lot faster is an exaggeration, but it is definitely faster. Bonk, 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 bonk. And you know what? All the threads of Chthon enjoyers, I could definitely swap to Threads of Chthon now. Because this axe has 6 mana after each kill. So I don't need the mana steal as much anymore. I'd say go with the respec Andy plan. The main thing for you and us is that it's a fun playthrough. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it would be... You've seen a Seal Paladin before, I assume, so it would be kind of fun to do Vengeance. And, you know, once I run into the problem that I am trying to, you know, making too many decisions based on, you know, fun and entertainment, we still haven't used any respec, so we can then go to the Nightmare respec and fix our character if we screw up. Oh, I can't even hire the barbs yet. Attack speed depends on the numbers of Pepsi Max the characters had. Let's beef up our attacks per second. Ah, refreshing.
I'll put that to good use.
So I'm not gonna ever use this, right? Death Spade. I could see myself using this because ignores target's defense is so rare. So maybe this will be somehow useful at some point. I don't know how or when, but... In the early version of the game, or in the beta, it was just increased attack speed. Yeah, I mean, it was just increased attack speed for quite a long time, I think. And then it was like slightly increased attack speed, and then maybe just increased attack speed, and then greatly increased attack speed, and it was like, what does that even mean? At the moment, 10% is like 6 fire damage per skill point. True, but what else am I gonna put the points in? If I put 10 points into resist fire, that's 60 more fire damage. Right now. Okay, that doesn't sound great. But it's not like I'm gonna take points away from Vengeance itself. But I'm only gonna be able to put so many points into Vengeance, right? And then Conviction I don't even have accessible yet. Let's go back to Players 1 and see if we can make some progress. Really good resistances too. This adds 20 to all resistances. I didn't even mention that before, but that's not bad at all as a bonus stat. Well, I guess I should make sure that I don't run past the cages. Oh, lucky I went back. My barbarian intuition brought me back to the prison. I guess it is a prison. Grey form, that's your armor, right? Yes. One. Field plate, huh? Be careful when hiring the barb to not lose the weapon Jabbar has. That definitely seems like a risk when I'm playing. Though... No, I of course want to keep the Blood Crescent in case. But we're going to go with a two-handed Barbarian to get Battle Cry. And I'm obliterating these doors. Feel really strong actually. Yeah, Soulflay. I mean, Soulflay has leech, it has damage, and the Barbarian Mercenaries do kind of a lot of damage, like even without a weapon. Well, it's all relative, but they deal good damage, just like their base damage or whatever. So I think Barbarian could really help with kill speed as well. Of course, I don't have any extra helm or armor yet. But eventually, you know, Grey form on a Barbarian Mercenary, extra leech, good resistances. Right, so I missed one cage somewhere. Is Chaos Sanctuary a decent place for you to farm at the moment, or is it too rough? I think that since we're not killing very quickly and don't have that much magic find, I mean, we have definitely an okay amount of magic find considering, you know, the rules. And also that I'm probably not going to be able to efficiently farm on anything higher than players 1. I think it's going to take too long to clear out the Chaos Sanctuary with too little reward to make it really worth it. And then of course Diablo is kind of a tricky, a tough enemy. It was not easy defeating Diablo. Of course now we have a better weapon, but normal Diablo is kind of a big pain with his lightning attack and everything. So I think by far the best bet is to rush for Andariel. The two-hand barb can use one-hand sword. So interesting. I didn't know that. I only know that the other way around. The Frenzy Barbarian cannot one-hand two-handed swords like the Barbarian character can. Seal plus Diablo's lightning equals death. Yeah, that is true. I actually ended up using Sacrifice against Diablo for that reason. I didn't dare to be locked into my animation. Game sound too high for me. Is that just when we face the lashers, or is it always? Because the lashers have an extraordinary high sound when they cast a spell. For some reason the lashers are very loud. It would be awesome if the Frenzy Barbarian could dual wield two-handers like the Barbarian class cans. It is a bit high. It's fine. I can adjust it. It is actually a tiny bit high for me, so I don't mind putting it down like one click. But some enemies are just very loud in this game. Need to repair armor as well. Much better. Alright, nice. Your voice is coming through a little low compared to the game. Is it better after I lower the game, or is it still a bit low, the voice? I know I have turned down the volume of my voice slightly when streaming, just because I sometimes get excited and start speaking really loudly, and then I found on the VODs on YouTube the voice sometimes clips a little bit when I get excited for some loot or whatever. Well, players 1 seems a lot more, you know, then it seems that our character seems a lot better than when I tried players 3. Still a little lower. We can do that. Ooh, I guess I do want to... I guess I want to do the Anya quest. Yeah, for sure. Of course I want to do it. This Paladin is a rare Paladin that's really gonna struggle with resistances, right? We can do a bit of running. Though I guess I don't want to become under-leveled. I'm just getting a little bit impatient because half of my brain keeps dreaming about Nightmare Andariel and all the potential loot from her. But I guess I don't really want to go to Nightmare Andariel at like level 30. I want to be higher. Much better now. Alright, oh, thank you guys for letting me know. Yeah, this is what it is. I bumped up the game sound a lot when I did the 1 HP hardcore challenge, because for that challenge I wanted to hear that the monster audio should be very clear. Because, you know, hearing quill rats off screen can really save you in that one. Check chance to hit of enemies. I have such low defense that I don't think
Thanks.
it's gonna matter. Loot, loot, loot. I wish there was a setting for sound effects and monster sounds and such. There are, Quistegard. You can change individual sound effects. For example, I have everything on max, but I have decreased the ambient sound a little bit. Because I found in Act 3 specifically, I found the jungle sounds a little bit loud for videos. What the damn it? Now we're an educational stream as well. After all these years, well, I'm pretty sure the option was not there in the original Diablo 2. Their chance to hit is yes. Something like that. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Okay, let's first and foremost run away like a coward. Let's first and foremost go and repair our armor.
How may I be of help?
I do want to fight that nasty pack of Moon Lords or Blood Lords or
Thank you.
whatever, Minotaurs.
Afternoon.
But I also want to survive. Okay, let's see. Ooh, now we need to pick the one with the coolest name. There's no Ulf, there's no Ragnar. Bill. That's an odd name. Or not an odd name, it's a very common name, but it's a weird name to see on a barbarian mercenary. I think we're gonna go with that. Bill. Or Wolf. That's pretty cool, I guess. Alban. Unfortunately, he's a frenzy barbarian. Bill, let's go. Alright, let's go with Bill. Good old Billy over here. You see, he's dealing 34 to 44 without any weapon.
I'll put that to good use.
Unfortunately, I have nothing else for you, Billy.
Evening.
Stun could be really nice. Oh yeah, it could. Yeah, it could really be very nice. And of course, Battle Cry is gonna be great. As long as he casts it when I want him to. Bill appreciation stream. Open wounds on the scimitar. True. But right now I think the raw damage of the other one is gonna be better, and the lifesteal. I guess Blood Crescent also has lifesteal, but very low damage. Well, he used Battle Cry right away, which was nice of him. And of course, very nice to have another tank, so I don't have to take all the incoming damage. Just gonna see if I can find the waypoint first. Hold on. Unfortunately, I was gonna say no uniques that have teleport charges, but actually that's not true. There is one unique item that has teleport charges, which would be very nice. For convenience. %70% chance to hit, not great, but this number does not reflect the defense debuff from this guy, I think. Maybe it does. Spell Steal is the one. Spell Steal has teleport charges. Some kind of axe. The exceptional large axe, I believe.
I can't.
Are rune words considered uniques? No.
At your service.
Alright. Time to save Anya. I think I've talked about this on the last stream already, but it's gonna be so hard to get my resistances up. Because a shield is usually a good slot for resistances, but not every unique shield has resistances. And of course, the Paladin especially, using a class-specific Paladin shield with resistance staff mod and then making a rune word for very easy and very free resistances. That's not gonna be that's not gonna be available to me. And then of course, an easy way to get your resistances up is to use rare boots, rare belts, rare gloves with dual resistances. But of course, rares aren't uniques, so I might struggle with my resistances. So of course, saving Anya is a no-brainer. Oh yeah, I could farm lower corrupt for resist charms. Yeah, that's true. Maybe we need to do some charm farming. Man, he's really strong. Quite strong, Mr. Bill over here. One thing I'll say is that the Vengeance and the Conviction combo will of course not help a Mercenary as much as something like Fanaticism and Seal will do. But it's fine. I have talked about Vengeance since the first stream, I think, so apparently I really want to use it. Yeah, that is true. Conviction lowers defense as well, so it's gonna help my chance to hit a lot. Which I might otherwise kind of struggle with. Almost another level. So hopefully we'll be a few levels over 30 before we get to Andariel. And then I think we'll have a good chance of farming her kind of efficiently. I hope so anyway. Might be worth spending, even after the respec, putting a few points into Conviction. Because that has really proven like a very good crowd control skill when your character is not super strong. Resist attack rating charm, call it. But you know, considering that this is normal and we are not killing stuff very quickly, and I did go down to players 1 before when we started questing again after the short farming session at Eldrich.
I am overburdened.
Conversion plus Thorns is a great combo. Is it a great combo? Do you really consider it a great combo or a fun combo? Did you know that if you convert a monster which is higher level than you, once the conversion ends, it reduces his current HP to a very low value? Oh, no, I did not, Yanni. But now that you say it, when I did the random skills Paladin,
The morning comes.
I ended up... I did end up using conversion, and I noticed that some enemies, in difficult areas in particular, once the conversion ended, they died from a single hit. So that makes sense now that you say that you explained that to me. So I didn't know it, but I do... It clicks, like I understand that now. So it definitely is still the case, because that was in D2R, I did that challenge. Very interesting, thanks for letting me know. Might get lucky. Unfortunately, you know that gold wrap is blue, so you can already tell that we're not getting... Actually, oh, I'm gambling gold wrap at way too low level. Whoops. Never mind me.
Can I help you?
I don't think I can even get a gold rep yet, so that was a bunch of wasted gold. Sorry, can you explain that? Oh, right. So what happened is that then when you convert an enemy with conversion, they fight for you for a bit. And I noticed when I did a random skill paladin, I was in hell at a low level with conversion as my main fighting tactic, basically. And once that conversion ended, I noticed that for some reason, even if I converted an enemy at full life, once the conversion ended, they would die from one hit. And I had no explanation for that. But now I understand. Well, I still don't know why, but... Alright, let's move on. I guess I am respecing very soon, so let's just put the stats wherever. So 3 points into conversion seems like a no-brainer. Then there's some diminishing returns. Misclick. Well, as I said, I'm gonna respec soon, so it doesn't maybe matter too much, but that was not intentional. Gem Shrine. Okay, I asked a question at the beginning of the stream, but never looked for the answer. Or I never read chat enough to see the answer. But is it true that we want emeralds and or diamonds? Oh, hey Luther. Hope you're having a nice Monday. Diamonds and emeralds, yes. Okay, thank you. So then, let's make good use of the... Oof, dangerous, close to making a mistake there. By bringing a hidden emerald, ruby. Let's prepare for some upgrade shenanigans. You know, upgrading something like this would really, you know, push its usefulness a lot further, since it does have 100% ED after all. So upgrading something like that would make a big difference, of course. Emerald Sapphire for weapons, sorry, that's rare. So yeah, it is tricky because they are very similar. Sol, Ral, Emerald. Ooh, Sol. And Emerald, I'm not very close to either. Well, we have the diamond now, so if we find a belt, we can upgrade it. So even if we find like a Lenimo or snake cord, we could still upgrade it for max slots. Night Smoke too, that's right. But that already has 12 slots, so then I'm not even sure if I would spend the gems to upgrade it, or the runes rather. Well, I probably still would. Having the full 16 slots is so nice. But what is the runes required for upgrading a normal armor to exceptional? Is that like Amn? Tal? Tal, Shale, Tal, Shale for armor, alright. So Tal was right, but Shale. So I need soul runes and Shale runes. Someone said something about the Countess. Yeah. Might not be a bad idea to do some Countess as well. Though... any time spent at the Countess is time not spent at Andariel, as far as I'm concerned. So we'll only do it if we're actively looking for something. Well, I say that, but we kind of are, right? Because upgrading this to exceptional would be really good for our damage output. Why don't you add a socket to the armor and put a jewel in? Because I don't want to waste my socketing quest. I'll only get 3, right? And I mean, in some ways I almost only get 2 because I get 1 so late. And I definitely want to socket my armor. Oh no, sorry, my weapon, right? Because, you know, regardless of what weapon I end up using, I probably want to socket it. And 13 damage would be nice, but of course if you put the max damage jewel in your armor, you won't benefit from the ED on the weapon. Let's not do any optional areas. Of course, some challenges I end up not using my socketing quests at all because I have the mindset that I just described, like, no, I want to save it for something better, I want to save it for something better all the time. And you know, of course, not using your socketing quests is the biggest waste. Does the barb have any gear, chat? It does have the soul flay. I use that for 1 level, then I swap to the chieftain, since I have both waiting for me. Decent damage, lifesteal. Pretty okay weapon. Lots of info on this site, I use it all the time. What site is that? Royer Pain. I think YouTube ate your link. Oh, it's not. Isn't it showing on the YouTube? The barbarian's name is Bill? Is that modded? You might actually think so.
Thanks.
But it is not. There is a barbarian in Harrogath called Bill. Just Cutter, don't tell me that's the chieftain. Boom. It is indeed.
Afternoon.
16 to mana. 1 to the fire damage. I guess a lot of the gems are just useless. I mean, a ruby is never going to be useful. I can't craft anything. And using a ruby as a socket filler is never gonna be good.
Hello.
Well, we can just move on then, I guess. 40 life is always great. Well, yeah, that's 40 life is not nothing, but I would always go for some resistances, since runes give 30 resistances in armors and helms. I don't really see any circumstance where I would put a ruby in my helm or my armor. You might find an armor with multiple sockets. Yeah, but even then. Oh yeah, actually it would be pretty sick to find... what's that unique chaos armor, I think it is, that has 3 open sockets as one of its mods. Corpse Morn? No, Health... Either way. Should socket the chieftain with increased attack speed. Oh man, you're crazy if you think I'm ready to commit to the chieftain when we're just about to enter Nightmare and start farming Andariel. Don't get me wrong, the chieftain is great, it's very cool, but I am not committing to the chieftain already. What is BH, AB and FOH? Blessed Hammer, Holy Bolt and Fist of the Heavens. And the reason that rule is there is because I want to be a fighter. I want to be gear dependent on a gear challenge. So no, you know, spells. I don't want to turn into a spellcaster. Or well, I want to, but I'm not gonna do it because then I think part of the challenge is lost. For me anyway. Got it, good point. Love your videos, by the way. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the videos. And if someone in the chat is sitting here thinking, Zarfen, where the hell are your videos? It's been over 2 months. I know. But I have a video that is 95% done, so hopefully it'll be out this week. But it's coming soon, I promise you that. Oops. Wrong hotkey. Someone have been streaming a little bit too much, perhaps. It has definitely made a noticeable dent in video production. Soon, TM, yeah, it's soon in the same way as the old Blizzard used to say soon. Hey Knight, glad you like the content. Happy you think so. The streams are fun. The streams are so fun to do as well. I mean, it's very fun to have a live audience to both theorycraft and just, you know, chat about whatever when grinding. And they are very fun to do. I mean, I'm basically doing the same thing as for the videos, doing a challenge and trying to solve it in, you know, fun and interesting ways. But of course, more than 2 months between uploads is a little bit too much. If I'm going to consider myself a YouTuber, right? I'm gonna convert these two, right? Just one of them. To have another tank for the evil urn. I mean, I could definitely use some more vitality as well, but already I'm starting to eye, like, stat requirements for exceptional weaponry. Because in my mind, we'll get to Andariel, then we'll farm her for a bit, but once we leave Andariel, we should do so with an exceptional weapon, or at least a weapon which I can upgrade to exceptional. Alright. Which means that I probably need to start... Well, I'm gonna respec, but I probably need to bank some stats for strength and dexterity. Or maybe just start putting the stats in anticipation. But of course, I don't know yet if I'm gonna find a bone snap. I don't need dexterity, I just need strength. What if I find a some cool two-handed sword? That's gonna need strength and dexterity. What if I find a really cool bow? I might need a bunch of dexterity, but not so much strength. How much MF do you have? Like 60? Oh, yeah, 82 even. 2 nail rings and chance cards. Two nail rings and chance cards. If this was your first stream, you might think that I have cheated those in as starter gear or something, because it is like the perfect uniques to have for this. Just been really lucky. If you find that cool two-handed sword, Bill is waiting for it. True, true. But even if it might be the right thing to do, could you ever give your best weapon to your mercenary? I thought you might have cheated, then I saw your belt slot. It's rough playing without a belt, for sure. Only Amplisa gets the best weapon. I mean, if we find a really good bow, I am not, you know, above respecing to an archer. Or a ranger, as we call them, the paladins with bows. Oh, perfect. Kind of want to... let's just go for it. I was gonna say, I kind of want to finish off this level, since we're kind of close, but I think we're gonna be able to handle these guys just fine. Well... maybe not. Maybe we should focus the same. Oh, that was a premature potion for sure. Well, the incoming damage is gonna get a lot lower once one of them falls as well, so there might still be a chance. Ooh, alright, that was close. Keeping an eye on Bill's health bar. Let's see if I can scare Madoc away. Oh, almost, okay. Last potion. Last health potion anyway, used on Bill. Trying to stand so he can't get us both with Whirlwind. Oof. I was never worried. I didn't bring too few potions. I bought just enough potions, the perfect amount. Too close. Not even close. Ooh. Bill OP. Definitely. I'm not gonna try and pretend like that was me. That was all Bill. MVP over here. And why I can probably stop picking up anything that is like any gem that is not an emerald or a diamond by now. Though I don't need to sell stuff yet. I don't need the stash space. Why do you use concentrate instead of fanaticism? Well, because I literally just unlocked fanaticism. I just hit level 30. Now I will use fanaticism. Bill pays the bills, yeah. But fanaticism is of course great and should help Bill a lot as well. Attack speed, damage, and attack rating. In some ways, it is kind of funny, right? That there's might, who boosts your damage. Then there's concentration, which boosts your damage and gives you a chance to be uninterruptible, I guess, which is nice. But then there's fanaticism, which does everything. I guess that is how skill progression works. Firebolt deals fire damage to one target. Fireball deals fire damage in a splash radius. So I guess that's, you know, not that strange. Ooh, another gem shrine. Unfortunately, I think my best emerald is a normal one. But of course, it's still better to use it on an emerald than a flawless topaz or something, right? Tool to heal, chipped gems needed. But what I'm not gonna be able to use any of the higher runes, right? Well, maybe, who knows? Maybe I really need to cube up to a what could I even want to cube to? Like an rune, of course. Would be great. Would require a lot of cubing, probably. Oh, right, yeah, I didn't think about that. You need runes to upgrade from exceptional to elite. Alright, fair point. I did not consider that at all, because that seems so far away. But yeah, of course, then I need a bunch of higher runes. Then I need like Pal runes, Lam runes. What else? Baal, Co and Lem, alright. Okay, fair point. I definitely need to do that then. I thought oh, my voice broke. I thought that I might need to do a little bit more farming in normal. But it doesn't look like it. Looks like this is gonna be perfectly fine. Lam, Pal, Co, and Lem. Alright, thank you. Man, Pal and Lem. Those are some really high runes. Well, they're not high runes, but they are, you know what I'm saying. They're not a given on just a playthrough.
I can't.
What is the maximum amount of gold you can sell stuff to at vendors? I'm currently in Hell Act 1. 35,000 is where it tops up, so it won't get any higher than what you currently are getting paid. 200k. Nightmare lower cross runs incoming. Yeah, I mean, we might have to do it. I'm trying to avoid farming lower Karast on stream, but of course, the main objective is to beat the challenge anyway that's required. And of course, if we get an awesome weapon, of course we want to upgrade it to elite. Depending on which weapon, of course, but the stat requirement can get so crazy for elite weapons though. Especially swords, I find. You end up needing like more than 100 strength and dexterity, which really limits you in your other stats. Right, I converted too many enemies. Oh, here we go. Run, run, run. Oh my god, fanaticism Deathlords. Yeah. Nightmare fuel. Luckily this time they were fighting for the good side. Other stats, aka vitality only. Yeah. Basically eating away on your life bulb. Or if you go for a really big hammer, you might need like I think Ogre Maul is like 225 strength requirement. Which is a lot of stats, but elite weapons deal a lot of damage. It could also be fun if we like marry Bill and decide that he's gonna be our friend forever. I wouldn't hate finding a bow and, you know, having my barbarian merc tank while I am an archer standing on the back line plucking arrows. And then it's not as big of a deal to invest a bunch of stats into strength or dexterity. Kukubo incoming. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, give me the Kuku Shakaku so I can fire explosive bolts. I don't need to like, oh, you know, a good bow. I'm talking exactly about Kuku Shakaku. Stupid ring. Only because it's green, of course. I need potions. Hey, found anything new since last stream? No, not yet. We have equipped a few new things that I couldn't equip last time, but no new finds. They are... Oof. Right, the Baal waves. They shouldn't be too bad, I think. Yeah, the 111 attack rating ring. Yeah, the blue one. I definitely saw that and took note of it. Shook my head in disbelief that all the cool items are dropping that are not unique. No, not really. But I saw that and thought, I would like to wear that. Not that our Nagel rings are terrible either. Both have over 70 attack rating. pray for gold drop from Baal. Yeah, Baal can definitely drop some cool stuff before as well. Before Baal can definitely drop some really good stuff too. Oh, I don't have any more stat points. I would have liked to put 1 point into redemption for this fight so I can remove the skeleton corpses. Now I think I'm just gonna have to draw them back instead. Because otherwise they're just gonna be resurrected by the mummies over and over and over and over. Let's see if I can... What if I could convert all the mummies except Akmal the Cursed? There's too much slow, man.
Hello.
Oof, that was close. The Crepify and cold damage is so rough now. Alright, but this worked out better than I expected, honestly. Oh, that's right. These are my guys now, so they are not... Baal don't consider them his minions anymore, I guess.
Thanks. Thanks.
And I tried to save Bill,
Good afternoon.
and I was successful. Alright. Oh, nice. Got a little bit lucky. Okay, there's one set of Hydras. I was just gonna say that after the first, Hydra spam, basically no one put up any more Hydras. Which is nice. Wave 5 is gonna be tricky because I can't convert the minions of destruction, right? They are immune to a bunch of crowd control spells, so I would assume that they are immune to being converted as well. Or maybe they can be converted, actually. I have some vague picture in my mind that you can convert the minions of destruction. Reminder to hydrate. Thank you for the pun, but more so, thank you for the reminder. I've gotta go and grab another Pepsi after slaying Baal. It doesn't seem like like you can convert them, which I guess would be a little overpowered, perhaps. Close.
Hello.
Having no belt would have driven me crazy. Break the rules, Zarfen, and get a sash with light radius. Never.
Thanks.
Oh, I can convert other enemies. So I guess now he's gonna return to the dark side any minute now, so I don't want to depend on him to tank. Switch to the scimitar to counter life regen. Could have been a fine idea as well. I think I'm just gonna try and cheese their AI and fight just a couple of them at a time. Do I have the no, I don't have the scimitar on Switch. Stupid ring taunting me still. Which are you objecting to, the sash or the light radius? Both in equal amounts. It's well, how am I gonna phrase myself so I don't sound like a douche? It is funny to me that sometimes I get comments on videos or streams that are similar to that, like, my god man, why are you suffering so much? Just allow yourself to use a white belt until you find something, or whatever. Or like on my gearless runs, just allow yourself to use a belt. You are dying and stuff when you are fiddling around with your inventory. And to me, I'm like, yeah, that's the point of the challenge, right? It's supposed to be painful and hard. Man, he's getting absolutely clobbered. I guess we are doing bleed strats then. Good chance to hit. It says 56, but it feels like I'm hitting very often. I guess I'm attacking so quickly with the scimitar. What do you think, guys? Maybe I need Bill after all.
How may I be of help?
Skip the 5th wave.
Yes.
Doing a challenge run and skipping all the difficult monsters. Come on, Bill, run. Right. I thought I was gonna be able to separate them, but actually didn't work out. Convert others should be fine.
Afternoon.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't work. I can try again, but I attacked one of them so many times before at the start and it didn't convert. I just don't think it's possible to convert them. But of course, Battle Cry does work against them, which is nice.
Good afternoon.
Oh, perfect. Now there's only Lister left, I believe. Well, down here. There are probably a minion or two closer to the throne room as well. Oh, there were two here. I would have preferred to fight just Lister. Of course, I would have preferred to just fight one enemy. Surprise, surprise. I think they are both bleeding, then I can swap back to the chieftain. Try Thorns damage. Not a bad idea. They attack very quickly and hard. Wish I read that sooner. Did you already do a gambling only challenge? I have not done a gambling only challenge. It really seems like I would have done a gambling-only challenge, right? Since I talk so much about Geed and I gamble on basically every stream. But I have not. Did we miss a green ring? We didn't miss it, but we angrily threw it on the ground where it belongs. Actually, I might want some mana potions for this fight. Is that quest Baal? Yes, it is indeed. First time we're encountering Mr. Baal. Actually, going to town just for mana potions.
Good evening.
Because the damage he deals seems perfectly manageable, so let's try and speed up the killing a little bit. Oh, he's bleeding.
Good day to you, partner.
Thank you. Thank you, Based Colsey, for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. I will slay the Lord of Destruction in your name. If I stand... Well, he's teleporting and stuff, but if I stand on one side so I eat all of the cold cones, then Bill might be open to deal more damage. Well, actually, I deal more damage. At least when I hit. We seem to deal pretty equal amounts of damage. But regardless, the tactic is still sound. You know, if he only hits one of us with the cold cone, the other can keep attacking. Well, no, of course. It didn't work that time. And I can't move further north, right? Since I'm standing on the edge already. Classic Baal fight. It's already a foregone conclusion that we're gonna win. But he's so tanky, has the most annoying spells in the game, and teleports all over the place. I guess actually I should be very thankful that he has not summoned his clone once yet. So I should not be complaining, I guess. Last health potion, perfect amount of potions once again. So let's see some cool unique. Yellow heavy belt. You bastard. Get me out of here. What is that drop?
There is a good day.
Classic Baal. So we are in Nightmare. Yellow wrap. It's not gold wrap, it's yellow wrap. Good one. That's Prime Diablo 2. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Claire should have done the soul ritual before. I'm never doing the stupid soul ritual again. I'm just kidding. Definitely worthwhile to do it last time. But a little bit too much.
Hi.
Finagling. Though I guess we really want to do the Den of Evil. And probably also rescue Deckard Cain. Moo. Let's not do the cow level. Let's move. I want to reach Andariel. I've been streaming. Oh, I've been already streaming for like 1.5 hours. I really want to run. I really want to get a bunch of Andariel runs in on this stream. So I think I better hurry to Andariel. Though maybe I can't. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. I mean, our nice looking resistances from normal are looking much worse. I mean, look at the bright side, they are still positive except poison, which is, you know, whatever. But it's not easy. It was a disaster and no proper info in chat. I mean, I don't want to rag on chat, but there was a lot of conflicting information, a lot of guesses, a lot of very confident guesses what I should and should not do. But we got it eventually, the Magic Find ritual I'm talking about. We figured it out eventually. Alright. Cow level for the Cow King loot. Well, actually, no. Immediately in my mind, I was like, yeah, the Cow King's set could be pretty sweet. But I just know that if we go to the cow level, we'll find some good Cow King set loot, which we can't use. Thank you, Tamale, for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Goblin gang, guys. I guess do Den of Evil, then run ASAP towards Andariel. Just hope that I can somehow start cheesing her, because it doesn't really look like I'm gonna be able to farm her efficiently in a like fair one-on-one fight, or one-on-one. It's not gonna be a one-on-one fight. She's gonna have tons of minions. I'm having Bill by my side. But like I've been saying, I want to get to Nightmare Andariel so I can start farming that sweet loot. But right now it looks difficult to even defeat Andariel, right? Just based off of how fighting is looking right now. Actually, let's clear out the Den of Evil. And then I think I'm gonna go back to normal and respec. I guess I can use the respec in Nightmare as well. And try that vengeance spec out to see, you know, get some practice in, see if it seems like a good idea or not. Or well, once I've respect, it's a little late to find out that it's not a good idea, I guess. Right, maybe that first zombie pack just outside of the rogue encampment was a particularly nasty one, because now it looks fine. Not a breeze, but I mean, so far the Den of Evil has been fine against just normal trash mobs. You know, go into Catacombs level 4, do the player's glitch, run up to some enemies in the second room, convert them, draw them apart, run in and hit Andariel with the 1-2 combo of I'm trying to run past this, 1-2 combo of Vengeance and Conviction. Actually, is there any world where it's better to use Fanaticism together with Vengeance, since Andariel already has such bad fire resistance? Probably not. But just something to consider, maybe. Unique. What? Oh, it's a War Scepter. What is that? Is that the one that has like a bunch of lightning damage? I would say though that it would be really cool if War Scepters could have random stat mods, but they can't, so it can't be amazing. I'm not looking at chat, I'm trying to think of what it is. But I can only think about Holy Thunder, the rune word. Storm Eye. Pretty solid. Well, not considering I'm not allowing Fist of the Heavens or Holy Shock. Could be pretty good. Just bully Andy until she drops a gold rep. That's the plan. But I need to be able to... I need to be able to bully her first. I was about to exit the game, but of course we haven't actually cleared out all the monsters. I just noticed. Some Swedish accent for ya. Oh, probably over here. A very small map. I mean, the Den of Evil isn't ever that big, but this seems like a particularly small map. Oh, I even missed one at the entrance. Whoops. Just half killed a zombie and left. Is this your first time in the Den of Evil, Mr. Streamer? Makes one wonder, actually. Do I have the waypoint? Oh, I do. Well, let's save 80 or 100 gold and run. Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. No Holy Shock, but if you find the perfect unique for it, you could, you know, I could definitely see myself and how it would be fun to the challenge. Like, oh, you find Storm Eye, then of course Holy Shock should be allowed now. Since they're like, I didn't really ban it or anything. That being said, is it actually a good weapon? I don't really think so.
Greetings.
But maybe I'm wrong. We can put it in the stash. Put it in the stash for later, like like with literally everything. Can't ever throw anything away. Yes, then I'll put it in the stash. Maybe it's useful at some point. 54 strength. Let's see. I probably want Vigor as well as Redemption, actually. Salvation. Good 1 point Wonder, but we can think about that. Conviction. I mean, if you're gonna go Vengeance, you need to go Conviction. Someone said something interesting. Like, since Andariel has minus 50 fire resist anyway, there's no, at least for the upcoming plan or step of the plan. We don't need to go further than -50 on conviction. And I don't need to go into Holy Shield right now. Am I gonna be out of skill points so I can't buff this enough? No, I don't think so. I still think that 3 points into conversion, like a 1/3 chance of conversion, is pretty good. Sorry, I wouldn't mind a higher chance, but investing 1 skill point for 7% more, I think I'm better off going into Vengeance. Oh, the mana cost goes up with every... That's unfortunate. The mana cost goes up. Alright, let's think. Every hard point I put into Vengeance increases the overall elemental damage by 18, one could say. And every point into Resist Fire gives 10 fire damage. Well, the problem is that, man, am I gonna like put some points into energy? Mana is rough on Vengeance. You will be chugging potions. Yeah, and I didn't even consider that when I made this plan. Attack rating is important too. Sure, but I mean, Conviction already reduces defense by -61, which is going to help a lot with my chance to hit. Well, I made my mind. Now I just have to deal with the consequences, I guess. 5 mana cost. I mean, I'm only gonna be able to swing 12 times before running out of mana. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, this gets a bigger attack rating bonus every level as well. That's true. Oh, Gorefoot. Yeah, that is true, because Vengeance doesn't convert physical damage. It just adds elemental damage on top. Good idea. Sorry, Zarfen, I just got Blade Buckle from Nightmare Andariel. That's 1 belt off the table. Are you guys farming Nightmare Andariel? Come on, guys. You can't, how do you say? I lost the word, so the whole bit fell apart. But you can't, you know, go farming Nightmare Andariel ahead of me. Snatch up all the loot. Sabotage. We can go up to a mana cost of 6. Completely arbitrary. And then I'll put the rest into Resist Fire for more fire damage. Extremely arbitrary, but that's what I'm gonna do. Or I think for 2 more levels I'm gonna put points into Conviction. Yeah, let's do that. We're not a perfect build. Good call, by the way, in the Gorefoot. I forgot about that. Not a perfect build, but it's fine. Well, I one-shot a Fallen at least. It's something. Oh, I'm gonna put Redemption on a hotkey as well. Redemption is really, really nice for like the flow of battle. I just realized that I'm gonna shatter like almost every enemy.
Thanks.
So maybe I'm not going to... Maybe I'm not going to make good use of Redemption after all. Holy crap. All right.
Good evening.
Oh. attributes, you're right. I'm glad I'm looking over chat and yeah, maybe this is why I died. So let's go up to 50 dexterity, dump the rest into vitality, and then maybe I can start saving some stat points. Yeah, that was something. And it just won't convert. Okay, here we go. I mean, I don't love my odds of farming Andariel with any efficiency. If this looks like it's like that, if this looks like this, what am I even saying? Just running in circles, trying to not die to the Death Weaver, the unclean.
Hello. Yes?
And like I'm trying to press my hotkeys like QWE, where I usually have my like pre-buffs, but I don't have any pre-buffs. So it's just suck it up and deal with it, I guess. I have like I've never made a infinity, I think, for a merc, and I never play a conviction paladin, so this aura effect I associate that only with enemies. So I'm like, whenever it pops up, I'm jumping, perking up in the chair for a second. To buy potions faster, you can just equip a belt, buy potions, and unequip it again. Thank you for the tip. Just equip a belt, he says. Man, so much cold damage and everything.
Thanks.
Nightmare sucks. Like, so incredibly weak. Just run for it. Was Thorns just a better skill? Well, now it's only a level 1 Thorns. But you might be right. Now I'm just gonna leg it and hope for the best.
This holy place has been desecrated.
I think an armor upgrade is due. I mean, to be honest, what other armor would be better than this? Apart from, you know, Skin of the Viper Magi and stuff like that. I'm not hitting anything, I'm dealing no damage. I'm having very high hopes for Andariel to save me with some good loot. Oh, you mean to upgrade it, right? You mean a literal armor upgrade. I see what you're saying. Oh boy. Talk about disaster striking in transit. I was completely set on just, you know, let's rush for Andariel now so we can finally start the grind. Vengeance plus fanaticism to spend the mana faster. Yeah, I think that's my problem. I'm not spending my mana fast enough.
Good evening.
Well, on the bright side, even without loot right away, some extra levels are gonna help a lot, I think.
Thanks.
Sorry, all the good loot is farmed already. Gotta pay 20 PGMs to reset the loot table. Man, I'm being blackmailed over here. 20 PGMs. Will you take a flawless emerald? Best I can do is one perfect diamond. I want to save Deckard, so I'm just gonna look for the waypoint real quick. Check your player's difficulty. Unfortunately. I wish it was accidental players 3 as well. But to be fair, the problem is not damage. The problem is not... Well, sorry, the problem is not damage. The problem is that I'm not hitting enemies and that enemies are hitting me so much that I take damage too quickly. And both of those are problems that will be solved by more levels. But rather than go on a dedicated experience grind, I want to try to get to Andariel for just so we get some Andy farming in on the stream. Go players 0.5. If I would if I could. Surely feels like I could do it.
Greetings.
Are you winning, son? No, Dad. Well, I am. You know, just because you're losing a battle doesn't mean you're gonna lose the war. the forces of evil are falling into a false sense of security, and when they least expect it, I'm gonna hit them from behind with a double upgraded bone snap. Oh, archer, that's very dangerous. It's so hard to keep Bill alive too. Like, my potions barely kept him alive there. I did not think he would survive, actually. Alright, we took that pack down. None of us died. Didn't have to go to town. Is this the beginning of the comeback? Just gonna run through. Hope this is it. Looks like the correct... Or is this level 2? No, I think it's... No, I thought it was gonna be here. Oh, it continues. No.
Thanks.
Man, it's so sketchy to rely so heavily on conversion, because at only 33% chance to hit, it's not very unreasonable to get an unlucky streak where you not convert for like 5 or 6 hits. That's perfectly reasonable with a 33% chance. But when it happens, it's so punishing.
I can't.
Hello.
Hey, I'm no harm. To see the gear, there is a pinned comment at the top of the chat. I don't have any bots or anything, so there's no commands. So if you want to see the current gear, you can look at the top comment and follow a link to the Diablo.gear extension.
Greetings.
Maybe I shouldn't even resurrect Bill. No, I think I should. I mean, he's good as long as he doesn't get completely surrounded or we're facing some really nasty elites. I like how you wanted to go back to that potion you threw. Pride was hurting. Yeah, I really like... I need to get the potion, but, you know, it's not worth risking your life for one greater healing potion. But yeah, I really wanted to go back for it. You're not wrong. I mean, if I could only get my chance to hit up to a respectable level, I think we would be cruising. Like, I'm missing so much. I guess I should have put a few more points into dexterity instead of so much into vitality. But I really thought that the minus 61 defense would make up for it. But maybe I'm just so far behind on levels that the defense versus attack rating ratio isn't as impactful. If we find a Stone of Jordan from Andariel, you're gonna try the declone fight. definitely, if I find the Stone of Jordan, I will extend the goal for this Paladin from killing Baal in Hell to killing Declone. Stone of Jordan. No, it's called Stone of Jordan. Jordan. It's called Stone of Jordan, Starburst.
Your presence honors me.
Did you already have a Rune Words Only challenge? I don't. I haven't tried it, but there's only Rune Words for the weapon, shield, armor, and helm slot. So it's gonna be very few gear slots, I guess. Is why I haven't really even entertained the thought. New X, when did that happen? We found it last stream. I forget where. But we found it last stream, but didn't get the levels to wear it until now. Where is the Temo Highlands? Level 32. I have not really killed as much as I maybe should. But I mean, look look at how it looks when I try to fight. Oh boy. Scimitar. Second Blood Crescent. That's kind of funny. Maybe trade Bill in for a Frenzy Barbarian with 2 Blood Crescents. Well, I said I didn't find anything new this stream. I have actually found 2 uniques. Storm Eye, the unique War Scepter, and now a second Blood Crescent. Though I think that is too little damage. But actually maybe with, you know, 41 to 52 base damage for the Barbarian, like without any gear. Maybe.
Even the light cannot pierce this gloom.
Curse. No, thank you. Though then I will lose out on Battle Cry, and that was basically the reason why we got the Barbarian to begin with.
Greetings.
$76, 70, worse roll. I mean, if we would have 2 of them, he would attack very quickly, he would apply a lot of open wounds, and he would leech a lot of life. So maybe if we view the Barbarian Mercenary mainly as a tank, maybe dual Blood Crescent would actually be good.
Put that to good use. Put that
It's so much less damage, but I mean, I assume he's gonna attack so quickly, especially with Frenzy.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that.
And it's gonna add 30 resistances, 30 life, 8 light radius, and have 33 open wounds. Well, no, it's not gonna be 30 life steal. What am I saying? That is calculated for each weapon, I'm pretty sure. But still, 15 life steal, attacking very fast. He's gonna put it to good use at least. That's true. Up both sabers. I don't have the necessary materials to upgrade even one item.
Put that to good use.
I don't have any soul runes, no shale runes. I do have one perfect diamond. Why don't you try it right now? Because I am in Act 1.
Good to see you.
And this guy doesn't have frenzy.
Good day.
Runes are easy to farm though. But do you really think it's worth spending the time at the Countess to farm... honest question. Do you think it's worth spending the time to farm the Countess to be able to upgrade to Blood Crescents? I could actually see it. I could actually see it. For the challenge, maybe. Oh, yeah, right. Well, okay, first let's think. Would it be better for the challenge, like for the success rate? Maybe, probably. But which will make a better stream? I think going for Andariel. Though it is a real chance that maybe I will spend 5 minutes trying to kill Andariel, die 10 times, and then cry. Oh, holy crap, I was not even looking at the fight. Did I not put a skill point into salvation? No, I didn't.
Good day.
You are not geared for Andy right now. No, but that's the reason why we are going for Andy, to get geared. Jokes aside, I think you are right, and also... except against archers, it's gonna be a lot easier to fight in the tower because of the narrow corridors. Because when I get surrounded, it's such a bad experience, right? Alright, I'm going to go grab something more to drink, which I said I would after Baal, and then never did. Staff of Teleportation. I didn't even have to look for it, it's just right here in front of me. If I put it on my weapon switch and then tab really quickly and teleport, maybe you guys won't even know it happened. Okay, let's run the tower at least once, see how it feels like. Should at least get 1 level, maybe even 2 levels if we fight a bunch of elites. It's so random, sometimes you really have to look for the telestaff a long time, and now I just find it randomly when... Yeah, I don't know why I even clicked on Akara, just selling some stuff and thinking, I guess. Alright, I'll be right back. Bad Zarfen, bad. Okay, I won't do it. Ooh, it is quite hot today. I'm gonna have to start streaming without pants soon. Nice, yeah, nice puzzler also has teleport charges, but yeah, it is level 70 plus and also a set item. Well, we'll give it an honest try. But I am also kind of getting close to the point where I could see switching to allowing Holy Fire. Getting close, we're not there yet. Oh my god, that's some good Pepsi Max. Maybe that's what I was missing. Look at this, first try conversion. Oh, it's a champion, which of course you can't convert. But first try conversion. How long does this last? 16? Let's see if I can... Another first hit conversion. Right. Who knew that Pepsi was the missing link? Alright, yeah, it is so much easier to fight indoors where I can use like the door and you know, enemies coming from the same direction. Sponsored, I wish. Dream sponsor, PepsiCo, Pepsi Max. Favorite energy drink? I'm not much of an energy drink guy. I use energy drinks like what I kind of feel like they were intended to originally, like a big boost of energy. So for example, if I'm gonna drive a really long, you know, a really long trip or something and really need some extra oomph to, you know, stay sharp and awake, that's when I use energy drinks. I don't drink them for, you know, just the taste or instead of coffee or whatever. But when I do drink energy drinks, I am a pretty vanilla guy. The original Red Bull, I think, is my go-to energy drink. Stone skin, ha. Get out of here with your stone skin. Doesn't faze me. I'm old-fashioned, I just do cocaine. Alright, well, to each their own, I guess. Have to go to get something to eat, we'll be back. Alright, Nightwork, I will be at Andariel when you get back. I will do my best. Level 35, Catacombs level 4. Send it. Any fat loot yet? Not this stream. I mean, this Paladin has been extremely lucky. Well, he hasn't gotten any crazy good item or anything. But he has gotten really good uniques for a unique-only challenge in previous streams. So far on this stream, the loot has been very mediocre. I have found a couple of things, but what was it, like one blood crescent? Like the second blood crescent, and it was a scepter of some kind. I already forgot. Storm Eye, like a lightning scepter. You know, all right loot, it's fine. Hasn't helped me in any way. No, I meant to pick up the field plate. But this looks good, so everyone who said I should go to the Countess, I was wrong. This was a great idea. If nothing else, because he can actually kill stuff, so I might be able to get some levels or something. I keep misclicking on my skill hotkeys. So I keep equipping Vigor in the middle of battle when I try to swap between Vengeance and Conversion. Mr. Streamer Man can only handle like one right-click skill, one left-click skill, maybe two right-click skills. Like one mobility skill, one damage skill. Let's save some potions. Make use of redemption. Countess farming now, or just progression. Not gonna power farm. Because I really want to get to Andariel today and kill her a few times. So the reason we're going here is for the potential of runes, so I can maybe upgrade a few uniques, mainly weapons or a belt in the future. Fanaticism Goatmen, that's some nasty stuff. I'm just gonna convert them all and gang up on the on the boss. No, that worked out fine. Very scary stuff. Fanaticism Goatmen, or Blood Clans, I guess these ones are called. Sorry, I lost the train of thought. But if we get a couple of levels from this grind, I think that's gonna help a lot. If we get lucky, we need Shale, Sol, and then we also need some gems, but those should be a lot easier to get. But we need Shale and or Sol. Preferably Sol, so we can upgrade a unique weapon to exceptional. The infamous upgrade of the invisible belt. Alright, I am getting ahead of myself. I need to find a belt first, but you know, eventually we have to find one, right?
Good morning.
Right? Imagine if we never find it. Your train of thought has sailed. It's rough because I only been live for 2 hours and like 30 minutes, and I can already feel the commentary falling apart. Tempting to get 1 point in salvation, but against what exactly would I use salvation instead of conviction right now? Like nothing. What do you think about ethereal only challenge? I like the concept, but it's so rare. Like, ethereal items are so rare. But maybe someday. It's not something that I like have on my list of ideas I want to do next. But I think it's an interesting challenge. Cursed. Well, doors are the challenge runner's best friend sometimes, or a lot of the time, I guess. I guess I could have tried to do the player's trick on the Countess, but I guess I want to kill her on players 1 to get maximum runes. Oh, here we go, Sol Rune. Everyone who said go to the Countess gets validated. Sol Rune on the first kill. You're gonna find an ethereal belt. Maybe, who knows. Soul Rune for upgrade, yeah. So I need Soul Rune, I need Emerald, and was it Ral? Well, This sucks because just spent all of my stat points. And you know, the obvious thing to upgrade is the chieftain. Oh, was it shale for... Wasn't shale for armor, tal shale diamond for armor, and rel sol emerald for weapon? I haven't checked it up. I've just gone by by chat. Oh, thank you, Hey I Tony, for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. According to your rules, are you allowed to socket runes and gems freely into your equipment? Yes, if they have sockets. I can socket anything. You need 100 plus for exceptional chieftain. Yeah. That's painful. Well, Royer, I don't need to check it out myself. I can just ask you to do it instead, so I don't have to tab for a wiki page every 30 seconds, right? Rel Sol Emerald, nice. I do have the normal respec left, but what if I go and respec now? Then I am out of respecs until we reach hell. That seems a little rough to me. Rel Sol. I mean, and even if I did respec, am I really gonna pump my strength to wear an exceptional chieftain and run around with like 350 life? Seems a little low. Exactly, upgrading it will make me unable to use it. So I guess we'll just do another run for now and think about it. Thank you, Coding Monkey, for the super chat. Increasing belt finding skills active, let's go. Thank you, I hope it works. I surely could use some increased chance or like 20% better chance of finding a belt. Clearly strong enough for Andy. Well, you know what? Since we're in the outer cloister, the rest of the act is also indoors. And I think that's the main reason why I have been able to do so much better in the tower than the other areas, the outdoor areas. So maybe I can push on now. But I can do a couple of more runs, you know, finding a shale or another soul would be great. But we're definitely not gonna stay here for that much longer, because I really want to get to Andariel. Oh, big sneeze incoming. And we're back. That was a big one. Big bless you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. The exceptional Axe of Chieftain is a tabar, and needs 101. I knew I risked statting myself out of exceptional weapons when I spend all my points into vitality, but again, if I did have another respec, my vitality would be like between 50 and 75 or something. Maybe I can take it from dexterity instead, but then I have really low attack rating. So like I would have to sacrifice attack rating or life to get that strength, which might still be worth it, but I'm already kind of weak, right? But that idea that some some chatters posted about double upgrading or upgrading some weapons for the mercenary. I'm kind of getting around to that idea. Free unlimited respecs in single player option. Yeah. That for this challenge, or like for challenges in general, apart from some very specific challenges, I think using infinite respecs is kind of against the spirit of a challenge, in my opinion. Have you tried Stormeye yet? No. Because then I would need to officially declare Holy Shock to be allowed again. I guess it is kind of funny to go around, you know, struggling and complaining that my build sucks when I have made arbitrary rules to make it difficult, in a way. But it's kind of fun trying to make the chieftain work without the boost from the holy auras, right? It brings like a fresh problem, like how do you make the chieftain work on a physical paladin without the best skills, basically. Right, we convert, we bank a bank. Well, this run was really quick and easy. Let's do one more so we get a level up, then we'll go for Andariel. Upgrading won't use well with the skills you're using anyway. That's not true. Vengeance do not add flat elemental damage to your attacks. Oh, 30k gold. Vengeance adds damage based on your weapon damage, like elemental damage. So higher base damage on your weapon is gonna help Vengeance a lot, actually. Three Orc runes becomes a Foul rune, right? So not that useful. I need Rails, Tals, Sol, and Shale. Still no belt, no. Still no belt. Okay, one more Countess run for level 34. Oh, I am already 33. Well, now I already priced myself into another run. Three Thal makes a Shale. Now I think 3 Thal makes an Amn, which makes a is 3 Amn 1 Sol and 3 Sol 1 Shale, or is it the other way around? Oh, is it Hail between that as well? Alright, then I don't think we're gonna cube up to a Shale or a Sol at this time. But is that really... No, that can't be right. Hell is much higher, right? Yeah, now some others are saying that Hell comes later. Alright, Archer, still scary. Come on, convert. Can I have a conversion, please? Alright, here we go. Cursed Archer pack and Holy Fire or a Goat pack at the same time. Does death count as a reverse level up? It doesn't, but that would be pretty cool. If it did, if dying, like something between softcore and hardcore, if you die, you level down one level. Though that seems like extremely frustrating. But for some reason I like the sound of that. I'm trying to retreat, but I hadn't cleared out the areas. I guess that's what I get for being lazy with clearing out on my way through. What is a unique I could get from Andariel that really boosts my attack rating? Ravenfrost, I guess. Ravenfrost is available from Nightmare Andariel, right? Or maybe not. Maybe not Andariel. If one could dream freely.
Thanks.
Where did the chieftain drop? I actually don't remember. It was probably late last stream when I did the magic find glitch bug thing, because then I was so overwhelmed and tried running everywhere that I didn't maybe fully pay attention. Great battle cry by Bill. Man, poor Bill is absolutely getting thrashed. Well, you see, the damage is perfectly fine, like... It's just that I'm not hitting enemies, or, you know, staying alive to eventually hit them. Are you allowed set items? No. Only uniques. You need some cannot be frozen. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. I should have muted myself. Yeah, I definitely could use some cannot be frozen. But that is like basically Hawkmail or Ravenfrost. Maybe some really late game elite unique. But cannot be frozen is so rare.
The Order welcomes you.
Alright, so I should get another level up here, and then we'll give the Barracks a try. By the way, thanks for the help, Bill. I appreciate that you're guarding the door to prevent any ambushes. Here we go. A Cham Rune. Well, a Cham Rune does indeed give cannot be frozen. Poor Bill, man. He's getting absolutely slaughtered. Ooh, Sol and Ram. Right, those were 3 very worthwhile Countess runs, I have to say.
Greetings.
Good day.
Little inventory cleanup. Did I miss a Grand Charm? I'm sure it was a... What could it have been? Yeah, it could have been a 100, maybe not already, but like 80 attack rating. For sure, 15 to all rest.
Even the light cannot pierce this gloom.
Alright, now we're coming for Andariel. Just gonna run into the more narrow parts of the barracks, since I think that's where I'll fight the best. Me and old Bill Milio. Right, I could also just not encounter like any enemies, then it's easy to progress through the barracks. Of course, as I said that, we ran into a double champion pack. Oh, the archers weren't champions. Nice. Just to see what we're missing out on. 30 toll resistance, increased block chance. It's so hard to... I cancelled that message in my brain because I was gonna say it's so hard to hit enemies. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh, right. Tilt, save and exit. Andy will cook you at a moment, sorry. You are not wrong, man. What are we doing here?
Even the light cannot pierce this gloom.
Because I'm not even gonna be able to hit Andariel, right? I'm struggling so hard to hit, you know, random normal enemies. Like, there's no chance I'll be hitting Andariel. So maybe I'll end up doing the other respec as well. But to what, I guess. There's no hidden super accurate skill.
Good day to you, partner.
Cursed. Man, this is rough. And the Dark Stalkers are super fast. This was not it. Just a tactical, you know, lure all enemies deep into the barracks and then go back to the entrance.
Hello.
Just get a shield. What you could do is ask Charcy to imbue a shield just to see some more. If my spirit ever gets too high, I'll go and imbue a Paladin shield at Charcy. Alright, Yale level 1, progress.
No place for a warrior to die.
I was trying to scout if this is a waypoint. Oh, thank you, Lesbrick, for the resub on Twitch. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Could be over here. It doesn't look like it, no. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's in the corner here. Oh, it is. Nice. This has turned into like one of those survival horror games where you're not supposed to fight undead, you're just supposed to run and survive and hide. That pack actually looks kind of easy, so I'm gonna try and fight those. No potions, unlucky.
The Order welcomes you.
I'm very glad that I didn't gambled all my gold away before leaving normal. Because we have had to spend so much gold on Bill. And I assume there's gonna be a lot more gold going down that drain. There's no unique belts in the game. Yeah, it feels like it. No, but there are... Oh, maybe you mean like the belt, the item that's called a belt. There is, and it's called Night Smoke. Or maybe you were lamenting the fact that I can't find one. And if so, I agree. Extra fast, extra strong. Everything that I am not. Mages. Oh, I respect. I don't have the lightning lightning aura anymore. Finally. This looks so bad. At this point, part of me is kind of hoping to find a bow. Even if it's not a great bow, just to be able to use a ranged playstyle. Because like I'm asking for a belt and stuff, but I mean a belt is not gonna save me. Maybe you can get a bow that shoots blessed hammers. That sounds like a Diablo 3 item. You shoot a bow, and where the arrow lands, it releases a blessed hammer around it. That would be pretty cool. If it doesn't work at all, I am considering maybe respecing to one of the elemental auras. Would I rather, like for the funness of the challenge, would I rather respec to holy? Oh, it's right next to the entrance. Would I rather respec to Holy Fire? Well, we don't need to go Holy Fire. We can do like Holy Freeze as a slightly worse alternative, but still good. Would I rather respec to Holy Freeze or go and grind 5 to 10 levels to hit more? Doing fine, you'll need 5 to 10 levels, yeah. Doing fine, I have a feeling you need some better gear. I agree. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do with Andariel. But of course, there is a little bit of a catch-22.
There is great evil here.
Thanks.
So I'm just gonna try to run. I'm just gonna try to run through and just see if I can somehow finagle an Andariel kill somehow. And I guess I really want to do the player's trick.
Thanks.
Like, I spawn in Andariel on players 1, walk off screen. I'll take it. Walk off screen. and then change to players 8, so I get players 1 Andy with players 8 drops. But the problem is that doing that, you do often get some monsters spawning in as players 8 monsters. And I mean, Andariel is one thing, but a player's 8 foul dog or tainted or whatever they're called, the lightning dogs, I don't think I can handle a few players 8 lightning dogs. Maybe I need to like reset Andariel, maybe I need to reset, didn't I? Maybe I need to reset the map if the not throne room, but like Andariel's room is very, you know, crowded with monsters.
There is great evil here.
Last time I felt that this challenge was too easy, I'm gonna roll back on that. You and me both, man. I really... It's funny because sometimes the power spike from normal to nightmare feels like whatever. This time it really hit like a truck. I mean, I was not strong in normal to begin with, but I was doing fine, I think. Albeit a little slow, like a slow killer. And imagine getting to Andariel, expecting to finally get that sweet loot, and then it's gonna be like no uniques for 5-10 runs. Now, let's not be that negative, actually. I think lack of a shield is the main issue. That certainly hurts. Remember the player's 8 drop item trick on Andariel. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That I definitely want to do that, but some enemies are maybe not spawned in when I enter, so there might be some players 8 enemies, not Andariel, but other enemies. And it doesn't really feel like I can handle any players 8 enemies right now. Good map for Andariel runs. True, true. You know, focus on the positives. It is a good map for Andariel runs, at least level 2. We'll see about level 3. Some Countess runs before trying Andariel. We did 3 Countess runs and they were good. Gave us some good stuff. And you know, it might be worthwhile to do more, but I want uniques. I don't want gems or runes. Or well, I kind of want, I kind of don't. If anything, like if it doesn't work at all, I'm more inclined to go farm levels somewhere. Well, if we're gonna farm levels, we might as well do it in the Forgotten Tower, I guess. This is so cursed, man. Literally and figuratively. I am just... can't take a hit at all. Right. Oh, Hate Night Warg. No new drops. I did find 2 soul runes from the Countess. And I didn't quite make it to Catacombs level 4 before you returned, but pretty good timing. I'm on level 3. It looks like I'm the, you know, that kind of character that I got rushed online, but then my rusher left or had to go or whatever. So I was only rushed, you know, halfway through the game. And I don't have any items, I don't have any loot from playing through the game. And then I try to just keep going on my own, but with the worst character imaginable. That's what it feels like. Alright, so this was a dead end, but that's good news, because then we might have a really good level 3 map as well. Oh. It's a little bit to walk, but this looks like a very good map.
Good day.
Alright. What are we gonna do? Do I dare to try the player's trick?
Yes?
I think so. But if I go in here and I walk all the way over here, so as many enemies as possible spawn. I'm gonna die. Okay, I didn't. I'm gonna die before I have time to make it happen. And the thing is also that if I could hit enemies more consistently, I would also convert them more consistently, which would actually make a lot of my struggles go away. Because right now, sometimes I run up to a group with like 6 or 7 attacks, or not with them, but not convert. Man, and I'm getting put into hit recovery. Well, those are definitely players 8 shamans. Well, maybe not definitely, maybe I just suck, but it felt like it anyway.
Good day.
Okay, so here's the battle plan. I might have ruined the glitch by going into town. Someone said that last time. But I'm not sure in what way it would be ruined. The shamans are so aggressive, like in resurrecting the small guys. Okay, instead of running in, what if I just...
Impossible. I can't.
What if I try to lure Andariel down to this corner that is currently safe? That's not Andariel. Oh, but here she comes. So if we can try to fight her down here instead. Pray for me, boys. Oh man. Did she become players 8, Andy, when I went back to town, or is this just what my character is? No! No safety TP either.
Good day.
Greetings.
Well, the thing is, guys, that I'm not actually fighting Andariel on players 8. The trick is that you spawn her in on players 1 and then change the loot. But I'm kind of having a feeling that I somehow managed to get players 8 Andariel there. I mean, not that I expected to, you know, beat her, but I did hit her once and her health bar didn't move at all. Redo the map. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I also messed up the spawn, right? Or like the entrance. I closed the door and left a bunch of enemies behind. Oh, this is so... Oh, that was lucky.
The Order welcomes you.
So I'm not sure if this is gonna do anything, but I'm just gonna punch her to assert dominance. Open a safety portal. Oh, that was good damage. Alright, so I am hitting her. Let's power through one kill
Good day.
and see how bad it is. And the run number question mark. Well, good news is that bosses don't regenerate life, so I can stay here forever, as long as I don't get bursted down. Which, you know, is a big ask. Next run, we'll do players 1 all the way, just to see if I don't think this is a players 8 Andariel, actually.
Yes?
I shouldn't waste money on Bill.
Yes?
Charge would help in this situation. But then I would deal very little damage. Like, I think most of my damage right now is Holy Fire, with minus 100% fire resistance on Andy. I mean, it would surely make it safer. Yeah, Venom Ward would be awesome. Someone said it before. Venom Ward, a shield. Because even with 45 poison resistance, I'm taking a lot of damage from her poison attacks. Now, my timing has been awful the last few times I went in to attack her as well. I should just regen my life to full, especially if I'm not poisoned. Do you think it's better to put her from minus 50 to minus 100, or is it better to have thorns? I'm gonna try thorns, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to have the presence of mind to see if she deals a lot of damage when she attacks me.
The order
Fanaticism. I don't have fanaticism anymore actually since I respec, but that is an interesting idea for the attack rating boost and for attacking faster, because she puts me in hit recovery, which makes me deal no damage. At what point is it not an Andariel run anymore? It's just playing the game. 5-minute kill, 10-minute kill. I'm getting to practice my mid-battle inventory management at least. Right, some good hits. That was a good one. Running into the fire. Alright, she's about to be toast. Though, no need to be greedy. That was so lucky. I should probably have died there. Come on, uniques.
My work here is
I heard a ring. Yellow ring. Oh no, uniques. But this was 6 items, so I do kind of think that this was a player's 1 on Andy with player's 8 loot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 6 items. High-end gaming. Andariel dropping chips, typical. Isn't her quest kill always 1 normal gem and 2 chipped gems? Which is kind of stupid that that's the case even in hell. That Talwar could have been Blade of Alibaba. Oh man. Yeah. 9 MF! 9 MF jewel! Socket chieftain. Beautiful ring.
evening.
Did you know you can leave the game while holding an item? Yes, but then you spawn in holding the item, so you still have the same problem. Is there any world where Blood Crescent is better? I think one round of bleed right now will deal about 300 damage. No, it's just like one hit from my axe. Seems like it's worth it even if it's just slow, yeah. Blue jewels aren't unique. Banned, only facets allowed for jewels. Nah, I'm allowing any socket filler. The gear has to be unique, not the rest. Though I would be surprised if we end up socketing a jewel into our gear, since runes are so much better for basically everything. Upping the Blood Crescent. If we had a shield, I wouldn't even blink, I would just do it. The problem is that if we're gonna go Blood Crescent strats, I kind of don't want to be using Vengeance like I am doing now. I guess it's still fine. Cutlass needs 52 dex. That we have covered at least. Alright, let's do another run. Or another playthrough. Players 1. Players 1. Let's try and do exactly like we did last time, even though, you know, it it wasn't elegant. But I think that's the only way I can make it happen. Like, ignore enemies if I can. And then try to run into that other little room. Can sell the sapphire. Close the door behind me and then try to isolate Andariel without having to fight a bunch of other monsters. Okay, so everything is spawned in. Let's go to players 8 down here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hope for a miracle. No, I couldn't close the door. Critical failure, mission compromised.
Good day.
We'll try to fight out of it. Maybe I can lure Andariel way back, but there were a lot of elites. That was not a unique saber, it was a rare saber that I left behind. The issue is that I kind of need to run around these barrels, so I need to be able to go like out here without getting completely owned.
I can't carry it. I can't carry anymore.
This seems like it could work. I mean, I'm just a... Who's resurrecting that one? Is it can they resurrect through walls? This doesn't seem good. But it's gonna be so tough to get a completely empty second room consistently. So I'm not sure if I can just, you know, redo until I get the perfect conditions every time. Oh, of course I can. I can use redemption to eat up the fallen corpses. Alright, this should be a run. Or a fight. Might even level up from these zombies here. Yeah, nice. Let's make sure there are no fallen. No, just blood on the ground. Oh, I need to take care of that zombie. Magic resistant, but I think Bill is doing a great job with the battle cry actually. Nice, nice, okay. Oh, perfect. Oh, 2 dark ones. Another run is live. This was a lie, right? It is not 25, it's 5% per level, I think someone said. So the passive boost is not 25. Come on, Dark One, killer. All right.
The order
Was that a player's 8 Andariel, or was it just a unlucky hit? Oh, he killed himself on the attacker takes lightning damage on the Coif of Glory. Your chance to hit 49. And the worst part is I didn't get a single hit in that time because she put me into hit recovery like right away. Like imagine how easy this would be with Holy Bolt. Right, good hits, good hits.
Yes.
You think it's a P8, Andy? You know what? Next time, let's try doing the entire run on Players 1. Just to get a feel for what that's like. Try the Blood Crescent. Alright, it might actually be decent just because I can hit her and then run, since I spend so much time running anyway. right? No, 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 bad dark one, bad dark one. Though, you know what? The chieftain does have 20 to all resistances. Ah, I'm trapped. Sneaky. What's up, Zarfen? It's rough times over here in Nightmare. I severely underestimated how harsh this would be. But you know, every kill of Andariel could be the big unlock. I'm taking so much damage from her poison. Like my poison resistance is on. Oh, I guess Blood Crescent has 15 to all rest, so I guess I can't blame the Blood Crescent actually. Okay, this is looking rough. Now I'm tilt-ressing Bill as well. He's not gonna do anything.
Greetings.
Why not Baal? While Baal and not Diablo? Why not 1 and 2 Baal runs in normal? What's that gonna do for me? Like, I know this looks bad, but... Diablo drops belts, if you know what I mean. As much as I would love a belt, I don't think that's the missing ingredient for Andariel farming. Yeah, deals so little damage. I think Chieftain is the way to go. Good to try it though. Do her on players 1, you miss so much time. I don't think you
Good day.
quite understand how that works. No offense. Though I will check next time. Make sure that we are fighting players 1 to make sure this is players 1. I unfortunately do think we are fighting players 1 Andariel. As bad as this looks, I do not think this is a players 8 Andariel, because I think she would basically two-shot me every time if she was players 8. Well, that was kind of a two-shot. Stupid arrows.
Good
Is the
day.
gear link broken? Oh yeah, I might have updated the gear after dying, that's true. Andariel, man. What a monster. Maybe I should run cleansing. No, it's not gonna be good enough.
Hello.
Right. Another issue is that I can't really keep doing this because soon I'm gonna run out of potion money if I keep... If it keeps going this poorly, I'm gonna run out of potion money any second now, or any minute now. Keys? Just give me a Ravenclaw or Kukashakaku. Stupid floor loot. I guess all I guess all loot is floor loot at some point, if you really think about it. Okay, here we go. Come on. I was gonna raise her, but I chickened out. Come on! Another 6 item drop, no uniques. It's a cruel world. Okay, let's just fight her to see on players 1 to see what it's like.
Good day.
either have been messing up the player's trick a lot, which I kind of would be not saying that I can't make mistakes, but I really don't think so, because it worked fine in normal, very consistently, I believe. But you know, I'm down to try anything just because I'm struggling so much. Players 1.
Thanks.
Don't die already, Bill. No wonder you have no gold. You always pick up the big items with no sell cost. From that pile, Atia, what would you have picked up? There was like a spiked shield, an arbalest. What would those have sold for? Unraveler head? Oh, the socketed one. Well, that was not part of Andariel's loot. That was old floor loot. Can't blame me for not picking that up. Alright, fair point, you win. Just gonna eat this up. Well, as bad as the runs have been, at least I have been lucky with spawn density in her room. Here we go. Oh, and here she comes. It was +3 fire golem. It was +2 to 7 poison damage only. I can feel it. Coping. I am kind of tilted, more so than usual. Stupid Andariel. Did you upgrade the chieftain? No. I don't have the stats for it. I spent my stats too quickly. Oh, nice snipe, Andariel. I regret to inform you that this is players 1 Andariel. And now I think I'm just gonna get players 1 loot as well, since I didn't do the trick. And I don't think it works if I do it now.
The Order welcomes you.
Alright, Mercenary died quickly, but he didn't die instantly. Is there any way that the Mercenary is the key to farming Andariel? Hold up, let me try.
Yes?
What if
Thanks.
Bill
Thanks. Thanks.
is the key to victory?
Thanks. 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 Thanks.
Unlikely, but worth a shot, I would say. Where did Andariel go? Oh, here she is.
Thanks.
Alright, I don't think Bill's gonna gonna be the key to success. Gave it an honest try at least. Maybe with dual... what am I doing? Maybe with dual scimitars, if we go for a frenzy one. But then he's gonna deal... He's still gonna struggle against physical damage. It's not just poison damage, right?
Good day.
Thank you, never in for the super chat. Or nice unique. Thank you for the support, both in super chats and loot manifestation. What are you saying? Right, I was surprised to see the manual antidote feeding. Oh. Are you just naked until your first unique? Yes. Thorns. I think a level 1 Thorns is gonna deal a lot less damage than my attacks. We can try it though. Hard to tell. I'll keep using it for a little while. You guys keep an eye on Andariel's health bar to see if it works. Doesn't seem like a lot. It seems like I do a lot more damage when I hit, and in that case I think it's better to use conviction to make her easier to hit and to increase the fire damage even more. Right, for science, let's see. That was like no damage. That was not a lot of damage. Well, she's gonna kill me if I keep doing this. I mean, it is damage, but it's not a lot of damage.
Yes?
And I'm bleeding so much gold. It is reliable. It is reliable. Thorn's definitely better. What, are you guys even using your eyes? Let me show you a vengeance hit. Did you see how much her health bar moved from that first hit? Fair point though that I hit her like once every 30 seconds. Okay, that was a low hit. It's so hard to play while looking at her health bar as well. Alright, let's do thorns and attack. Maybe that's the winning middle ground. Which of course I don't think anyone was saying that I should use thorns and don't and don't attack her. But you know, for science.
Partner.
Thank you, Christian, for becoming a member on YouTube. Welcome to the Goblin Gang. Let's take down Andariel together. She's such a pain. Maybe I shouldn't have respec. I should have just leveled up, put 5 more points into thorns. Alright, we got her. Get ready for some premium floor loot, everyone. That's a circlet. That can't be unique. The charm could be unique. The helm... What a slap in the face. Oh, no, that's Saigons. I thought it was a G-face for a second.
I am overburdened.
Still. What a loot pile. But of the wrong rarity. Try upping the blood crescent. It will be much better than the chieftain, I promise. Do you promise? Pinky promise?
Hello.
A grand charm is a drop. This could be a lot of gold. Cope. I mean, I wouldn't mind that fire damage when farming Andariel. Alright, big attack rating. Big attack rating. Maybe worth keeping. Wow, what a ring. Triple res, 2 magic damage reduction, 6 magic find. I'm getting tilted. Why no normal TC farming? I don't have the data to, you know, lay out, but it feels like you get on average so much worse loot from or not, you get so many on average so much less uniques from running areas unless you kill really fast on the higher player settings. I can't kill really fast on high player settings even in normal. And also you need a lot of magic find. I only have 60 or 80. 80 is good. Alright, let's look for some shrines to upgrade, some gem shrines to upgrade the scimitar. I'm trusting you. Here's one shrine. Here's 2 shrines. Okay, this looks like a good shrine hunting place. Maybe get some lucky unique from a rock. Who knows? Okay, so we have 2 shrines here that are pretty easy to grab. Would low cows plus high level popping be an option? Maybe, but isn't... What's the chance to, like, get a unique from a random chest like that? Isn't that super low? Oh, I meant to run to the waypoint to look in another area, not just take a victory lap. Or can I really do a victory lap? More like a defeat lap. Using soul rituals allowed. Yeah, I guess it is. I did use it once. But that seems like a lot of work. Another shrine. Another shrine. Another 2 shrines. So you're saying there's a chance, yeah. Great scene. Alright, let's do that over and over until we find... I can't believe you guys want me to go back to normal it's not, I mean, it's not only that we want uniques, but we want actual good uniques, right? Farming normal Andariel isn't gonna give me anything useful. And while I would love to find any belt, it's not gonna help me farm Andariel. Imagine dying looking for a gem shrine. Eldrich is great for experience, but it's not very good for uniques. Dude, your gear is so shit. Any drops help you from Dia or Baal. Oh boy. Do you think I'm gonna be able to run... Do you think I'm gonna be able to run Diablo or Baal efficiently? Sorry, my phone's ringing. Hold on. Streamer cooked. You're cooked. Actually, I am completely cooked. I just got a phone call. I was supposed to be somewhere now, which I completely forgot about.
I can already tell that I'll be your best
So I'm
friend
gonna
in
have
this
to...
forsaken camp.
Oh, thank you so much, Injustman, for gifting 5 memberships on YouTube. I appreciate that a lot. The damage up, the increase in damage is not great, but I mean, this isn't great either, so maybe that's gonna be... Maybe it's going to be better. It's gonna attack a lot faster. And I mean, the a lot of the time I didn't get a hit in on Andariel before she hit me. It's going to be better. All right, we'll try that next time. You also have to remember, guys, it's not like I struggle with normal Andariel, Nightmare Andariel, but I can easily clear everything in normal super easily. So it's not like I'm gonna be able to do players 3 Baal runs, no issue. Because this character is still, you know, what it is. Alright. Well, that's the same thing. I don't think Trav is gonna be that great, because I'm not gonna be able to farm it quickly on a higher player setting. Alright. Well, I'd love to continue arguing with you about whether to stay at Nightmare Andariel or not. But I have to go. I completely forgot something I need to do, so I'll be back on Friday, hopefully. I'm not completely sure. I'll schedule it as usual if that's the case. But anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out today. I really gotta run, so have a great week ahead. And I'll see you next time, where we will farm Andariel for real, I guess. Oh boy. Alright, see ya.